What's up guys, it's Just2Lumpy. Today we've got a battle with Dr. Toast, you know, big guy blue from the stream, so we're gonna go ahead and start this thing. Okay, so I've battled Big a few times as you've seen on stream, and I always know he starts off with his crocodile, so I threw out the Greninja, but turns out he starts off with the H-Slash, which is fine by me, because it's a Ghost Steel type, and I've got Dark Pulse, which means I'm gonna fuck that thing up, hopefully. So I go for the Dark Pulse, and it takes off just under half, so I was like, yeah. But then I was like, he's going to use the fucking Sacred Sword, isn't he? But no, he uses the Sword Dance, giving me a free turn, which means I'm still faster. His attacks rose, but I'm still faster, so I use a Dark Pulse again, and that is definitely going to kill the Aegislash. And he was one of the main problems, so I was really happy at this point. So the Aegislash dies, and the Greninja is still alive, and I was like, sweet, I haven't lost a single bit of health either. So then he sends in this Gardevoir, so I was like, nah. Greninja don't want to deal with this shit, so he switches out. I send in Cum, and he's just there in green, fucking blobby thing. I was like, as long as he uses Dazzling Gleam and no Psychic type, I'm alright. So he uses the Dazzling Gleam, and I was like, sweet. Practically got a free switch, because that fucking monster eats it up, and then he uses Psyshock, and I was like, fucking great. So Cum dies, and I was like, shit, what am I supposed to do against this fucking Gardevoir now? So I switch into Greninja again. I was like, I think he can do this. So I was like, I'm just gonna fucking Dark Pulse it. And the Dark Pulse actually gets a flinch, which is fucking amazing because I was really happy about the flinch. And then I get another Dark Pulse off, which takes him just about under half. I was like, yes. And then he uses the Dazzling Gleam. That bitch uses the Dazzling Gleam, and that's a dead-ass Greninja. So I was like, shit. So what have I got that's fast enough to hit it and get out of there as well? So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to throw in Prime Rape. So Prime Rape hits there and starts bouncing around like he does. And I was like, U-turn, fuck this, I'm definitely going to kill it with a U-turn. So I'm out of there. Gardevoir dies. It's a win-win situation for everyone. So the only problem is, now when I send out my next Pokemon, so when I send out my Medicham, he has a choice of what he's going to send out. So I was like, huh. So I was just wobbling there, and then he sends out the fucking Genesect, and I was like, Drain Punch, that thing's dead. And then I noticed it's got the download, and he gets to go first, and uses a Bug Buzz, and that was just, well, shit. Not super effective, but Medicham still dies. So I was like, another fighting type, Prime Rape, and Prime Rape's there being a monster, so I was like, fucking obvious what I should use. But then he uses the Bug Buzz, and I was like, please don't kill it, and he brings him down to way under half, and I was like, fuck it, close combat, and I hit it, and takes it down to the, it looks like the exact same amount of health I'm on, and then he's gonna get to attack first after I've lost all that special defense, use Bug Buzz, and that's a dead-ass Prime Rape right there, so I was like, shit. So, after Prime Rape died, I was like, I need something to finish the job quickly, so I was like, Manectric. I know what everyone's thinking. It was like, his Genesect must have been so happy that I sent an electric type, but guess what, this bitch has Flamethrower. So that kills off his little Genesect, so that's one big problem out of the way as well. And he then sends out the Crocodile, and I was like, and my fucking Manectric was like, nah, not having that. That thing is hella fast. So I was out of there. Predicted an Earthquake, switching into Nimbus. And actually, he uses the Earthquake, so I was like, yes, Nimbus is not affected. And then he uses the Toxic, and Nimbus is a bit pissed off about that because he doesn't like getting toxic. So I was like, well, what have we got to do here? I'm going to use the Ice Beam. This is definitely going to drop him below half, but it drops him exactly on half, which sucks. So I was like, I don't think he's got a decent enough switch, so I was like, I'm just going to fucking Ice Beam again, but he does switch into this asshole of a Gyarados, and me being the idiot at Pokemon that I am, I completely forgot that it's not a fucking Dragon type. So I used the Ice Beam, and I was like, Dragon type, and it just goes, eh. I was like, it's like, not a Dragon type. So I'm taking more toxic damage than I want to. So I go for the Dragon Pulse just to get off some damage, and it doesn't do a lot. And then he gets the Dragon Dance, so that fucking Dragon Dance in front of an Altaria is fucking terrifying. So I died, I'm taking some fucking Toxic, again, and he uses the Ice Beam, which I didn't expect him to actually have, and that's going to kill. I thought that was going to kill, but it takes Nimbus down to 1 HP, and I get off one more Dragon Pulse, which is definitely going to drop him down to, like, shit health. And then I died to the Toxic, which is just like, god damn it. So Nimbus goes down, and I was like, this guy can still win this with my one Pokemon. So I send out Manectric again, well, Electog, and I used the Discharge just to make sure I kill it. I didn't want to go for the Volt Switch, and I mean, I've got no Pokemon left, but I just didn't want to do it, I didn't want to risk it, so Discharge definitely going to kill the Gyarados, and the only thing he's got left is this Crocodile, and I was like, well, this is not the matchup that I wanted, but definitely the matchup he wanted. So I go for my Hidden Power, knowing it's a Hidden Power Ice. I was like, take this, and it drops him just above dead, and he gets the Earthquake off, and that's a dead-ass Electog, so I was like, well, shit. Well, that was a good match, Big. That was awesome. Hopefully you'll watch this. Thank you for battling me, sir. I will see you in the stream, guys, and on my next video. Bye.